Welcome to Queen Mary High School virtual classes. I, Mrs. Nashaba Sheikh, your geography teacher. Students, we have already learned the first chapter, How Seasons Occur Part 1. The exercise was given at the end. I hope you have solved it. Please go through the answers and check. Now let's begin with the second chapter, the sun, the moon and the earth. Let's understand the axial and the orbital motion of the moon and the earth. Axial motion means rotating around one's own axis, and orbital motion means revolving around the orbit in the galaxy. The earth rotates around itself and revolves around the sun at the same time, whereas the moon rotates around itself and revolves around the earth. In this way, the moon indirectly revolves around the sun. The time taken by the moon to rotate around itself and revolve around the earth is the same. This is the reason why we see one and the same side of the moon. Students, do you know the geographical reason behind this? Okay, let's see. The orbital path on which the moon revolves is elliptical. That is why the distance between them is not the same everywhere. Students, you can see in the picture that the moon is closer at one position while it is farthest away at some other position. So, you can say that the moon has two positions. The two positions of the moon is apogee and perigee. Perigee position of the moon is closest to the earth, whereas apogee position of the moon is farthest to the earth. Students, because of this position, the earth also experiences tide. Now students, let us see how this position of the moon affects tide on the earth. When the moon is in the perigee position, that is closest to the earth, then the gravitational pull is higher. Therefore, it is high tide. Whereas in the perigee position, the moon is farthest from the earth. Therefore, the gravitational pull is low. Therefore, we experience low tide. You can see that the experience is opposite. Perigee position, that is closer to the earth, high tide. Apogee position, farthest from the earth, low tide. Students, now you understood the apogee and the perigee position of the moon. So let's begin with the another topic, that is the phases of the moon. Let's get started. So students, you all know that the moon revolves around the earth in a fixed orbit, as well as it rotates around itself. Therefore, we see the same side of the moon. The moon does not have its own light. So you know from where does the moon get its light? Any guesses? The moon receives its light from none other than the sun. Yes, sun gives light to the moon. Now students, what will happen if the moon comes in between the sun and the earth? When the moon is between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon at all. Why cannot we see the moon at all? Because the side of the moon facing the earth does not get sunlight. Therefore, it is called a new moon. After some day, when the moon's position changes and it gets slightly shifted, it receives light from the sun. So, after 2 or 3 days, we can see some part of the moon. This phase is called as waxing crescent. You know, student, why it is called as waxing? Yes, because the moon is gaining light. That is, it is expanding in illumination. About a week after the new moon, we can see half of the moon. This phase is called as first quarter. Now students, slowly and steadily, the moon starts receiving light from the sun. In this way, it keeps on waxing, that is, after 2 or 3 days after the first quarter, more than half of the moon is visible. This phase is called as gibbous. About 2 weeks after the new moon, we can see the full moon. This is because the full side of the moon is now facing the earth and it is receiving the light from the sun. Now, the moon begins its return journey from the full moon to the new moon. Now, you can see that this phase of the return journey is called as waning gibbous. Waning means reducing. Now let's see, as the moon is now losing light, that means it is decreasing in illumination. That is why it is called as waning phase. The next phase is the last quarter, which is followed by waning crescent. Students, you know that when the moon comes back between the earth and the sun, it enters the new moon phase again. Number of days between these two new moon is 29, as the moon takes approximately 29 days to revolve once around the sun. This changing phase of the moon are called phases of the moon. I hope you understood the phases of the moon. Students, be safe, stay at home.